we investigated an interesting smoke and fire damage job this week and thought that would be worth sharing. This was a stovetop fire, so it didn't burn down the structure. It was a grease fire. The grease caught fire and scorched the cabinets and the walls and ceiling in the kitchen area. And then smoke damage throughout. It happened to be in an apartment building. So there was a sprinkling system that came on and kept it from spreading or getting larger as well. But the apartment happened to be on the third floor, and so the damage, and kitchens are almost never on a basement level unless it's a basement apartment or a ground level apartment or one level home. There's almost always a finished level below where kitchens are. But this happened to be an apartment on a third floor, so besides the smoke, the fire and smoke damage in that one unit in that apartment, and the water damage in that apartment, the water that was discharged went into 4 other apartments as well. So a fair amount of damage for a modest stovetop fire, a pan that caught fire on the stovetop. One thing that was really a good lesson, though, was this is a newer apartment complex being managed by a professional management company, and one thing we were impressed with was they required the tenants to have renter's insurance. Most people think renter's insurance is to protect their own personal property. Well, that's true. Renter's insurance will protect their personal property. But the other thing that it does is it gives them liability coverage that if their actions cause damage to someone else's property, they have some insurance coverage for that, as the case in this example. A tenant was doing cooking. By their unfortunate accident or their actions, the pan caught fire on the stovetop and led to the damage. So the tenant is responsible for the damages, rather than the apartment company's insurance company taking over paying for the damage, but which often happens. But then that insurance company, they will probably subrogate and go after the responsible party to collect the damages from them ultimately. Renter's insurance, the liability coverage on the renter's insurance protects and covers the tenant for their actions and for the damage that they caused. So we were pleased to see that this apartment complex required it, and so it just has been a good situation to protect all of the parties involved and provide coverage where it should have been to be able to help with the damage and get things cleaned up and taken care of.